Quakers are here! Yeah, this is Quake for N64. Quake 2 for N64, that is. And I'm not going to contrast or compare this one to the PC version, as there's some very different aspects of these that... No, actually I didn't play the PC version, but I played the Mac version of all things, which is kind of weird because I've always been a PC guy. But, you know, I played the Mac version, I've played this version, and they're night and day, so you can't really say it's the same game except ported. But still, we can look at this N64 version and say, good game, bad game, or history lesson. Let's go. The story! Stories are something that we kind of took for granted. We take them for granted nowadays. Way back when, though, we didn't always get a good story. And this is where Quake stands out for me, because it doesn't have a story. It doesn't... The Mac version actually told you what you were doing. You got not necessarily mission briefings, but you got just enough information where you could uncover what's going on. This game here is... Get to the door. Okay, now what? Mission's over. What? Do this. Mission's over. Why am I doing this? What is being accomplished by this? Destroy the hangar. No! Why? I mean, this is really Space Marines in a nutshell. They say jump, you say how high. You do not question it. Do what we said. That's it. This game is getting a 0 out of 5 for the story, because nothing tells you any of what's going on, why you're there, what you're there to do. I mean, you just... Yeah! Perfect Dark gave you story. GoldenEye gave you story. Star Fox gave you story. Lots of games gave you story on the N64 that were shooter-esque. I know Star Fox isn't a shooter, but still. And we loved it. This... No. Gameplay. Gotta play your game, right? So gameplay, basically the game has you with a jump button, a fire button, and then strafe buttons and cycling between weapons, right? Not a whole lot for it. I do like that the N64 controller allows you to either switch it so you can use the thumbstick with your right finger or your left finger, depending on what's more comfortable for you. Some people are southpaw, which is kind of... But okay, whatever. So it's cool that you can do that. It's cool that you can do the invert thing. It's cool that you can use the rumble pack too, by the way, but I don't. The thing that gets me about Quake, though, is that as a game, you have the ability to jump, but there's not really much use to actually jumping. I mean, maybe to get a secret or two, but the mainstay of levels just has you running through stuff. And the guns in this are so Doom, okay? Pistol, shotgun, chain gun, rocket launcher. Not much else. So they've got you using your run-of-the-mill guns, and none of this really feels like good variety. It all feels like this is just a generic 3D Doom wannabe coming out, and there wasn't much love put into this. It's like they took not even a bare bones port. It's not even, how do we put this? This game doesn't feel like there was any love put into it as far as gameplay goes. It does what it needs to, which is why I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. But it doesn't do anything well enough. Like Perfect Dark had a beautiful aiming reticle, had tons of guns. GoldenEye, I don't like GoldenEye, but still, it had that same reticule. It had lots of aiming. Another one I played Turok, and I used to love that one. And that, again, it felt loose. It felt like something I could control. This game feels a little too stiff and clunky at times, and so I can't knock it too much because it is what it is. And with the age, I can't really say a whole lot against it. But what I can say, though, is 3 out of 5. The gameplay's just not there, guys. It's not there. Multiplayer. This is how God intended multiplayer, guys. This is how God intended it. Why? Because it's me, my friends, same TV. What are we doing? We are playing together in the same room as as God intended it. Trust me, when you sit down next to your friends, it's a different ballgame than this online nonsense. All that to say, 4-player split screen. What's nice about this is that no one's at a disadvantage here. Everyone is playing the same game. Conversely, everyone's at the same disadvantage because you're playing the same game. Still, I enjoyed multiplayer quite a bit on this one because I sat down with some friends, we got to play. There are a few levels there, not too many, and it's always a hunt for the BFG. It's always a hunt for the BFG, but still. The thing I disliked about the levels is many of them had kill boxes, and if you miss the kill box somehow, or you spawn somewhere outside of it, you're going to kind of be like hunting around. Plus, you can get spawn killed in this one too. So, that was kind of frustrating, but at the same point in time though, the game did well enough to make multiplayer enjoyable. And this is where Quake 2 really shines. So, on multiplayer, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. This is by far, again, the best part of the game is the multiplayer. Unfortunately, the rest of the game goes to crap soon, but it's the best part of the game. Finally, we're going to talk about the fun factor. I've had my kidney removed. That was more fun than this game. I've been kicked in the crotch. That was more fun than this game. I've been hit by a truck. That was more fun than this game. This game is getting a 1 out of 5 for fun factor. When this game was put together, it's boring, it's unenlightening. When you see my streams on it, I was bored to tears, guys. I wanted the game to be over. I didn't know why I was doing stuff, and when I was actually doing something or getting somewhere, I'd all of a sudden get jumped by someone, and it's like, what's going on? As the game goes, it didn't do anything to motivate me to move forward. It's like I have this game, and the only motivation I have is to finish the review, to go forward, that makes it drag on. That makes me hate the game, and this one is getting a 1. There's nothing in here that really stands out, makes you want to play. Family friendly. Now, given, yes, it's a multiplayer game, and you can have 4 players, multiplayer, yay! Would you play this with your kids type thing? And no. Obviously, there's a gun factor. When you hit guys hard enough, they explode and whatnot. Guts, blood. You know, you got issues with that. The violence, the weapon usage, stuff like that. You definitely wouldn't want your kids playing it. Because of the game itself, there's not a whole lot. Oh, and then Miss Chica. She's wearing the, how do we say? She's wearing the bare minimum armor. Bare minimum armor! So, without making her a topless female character, they managed to squeeze that in there somehow, and yay guys, yay. Get your minds out of the gutter. So, overall for me, I mean, it's not a family-friendly game at all. It's getting a 1 out of 5. It's just, with all the other issues, I wouldn't play this with my family anyway. But since I own it, I might as well review it, right? And yeah, it's a crap game. It's got these issues, and family friendly. 1. We don't need to see the nudity or the partial nudity or gun violence, stuff like that. You know, at least not from this one. So with these factors combined, we're giving Quake a final score of 1.8 out of 5. And this probably makes it the lowest scoring game that I've done so far, which is quite a feat, actually. I've played some horrible games. Thing is, you know what, we're doing it. Let's just throw it in there. Shovel of shame! Why this game, it sucks, okay? Multiplayer is good because you can play with friends, and yes, your friends are just as screwed as you are. So great, totally okay with me. But the thing is gameplay is just so-so. There's no story. There's like placement for a story, but no story. It's not fun. It's not family friendly. This has one redeeming quality, and the only reason that's a redeeming quality is because you can have fun with friends playing it. And it's more the people I played with are what made this fun. The rest of it was just garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage! So, all that to say, moralgamer. Thanks for watching Abysmal Game Review. Hopefully we can have something better next time. Yeah. Anyway, like, subscribe, comment, share, gameplay channel, review channel, links below. My question to you. We've seen Quake, and we've seen kind of the evolution. It went from a Doom-style game to Quake 2 was more mission-based. It had a ongoing story. Back to like an Unreal Tournament style for Quake 3 Arena, and then finally to Quake 4, which I have not touched yet. If Bethesda, who bought out id, was to do a Quake 5, what would you like to see? Comments below, and of course, we'll catch you next time.